Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back to check out another one of my Superman collector reviews. I did a video last time on the Warner Brothers store porcelain statue, cold cast porcelain statue from 1999. This one came out in 2000, which followed it. Similar design for the base, again weighs a ton, very solid, but completely different. As you'll see in the previous video, the suit was quite dark, quite sort of beigey coloured skin, so it was more comic book. So it looked like it stepped out the pages of the comic book. This is much brighter, much lighter. If I'm honest, a little bit too light. As you can see, it's a nice pose, but it obscures the face. I'm sorry about that. I will move the camera in a little while. You can see a bit more there. So the suit is a bit more teal in this one, very Superman 4 like, if you like. The problem I have with the red, the trunks, the cape, and the boots, is very pinky. And I've done some research on this, and it's not faded. It's not sort of gone that way in sunlight or anything like that. That's how it was. Skin tone is much more realistic in this one, so I don't know why they've gone for those colors. It's something completely different. What caught my eye, the reason I bought it, I don't know, 10 15 years ago, is the fact that it's a different pose. You see him, hands on hips and the flying pose and all the things that you would associate with Superman. But this one was very different. So that's the reason I picked it, really. I kind of liked it. It's kind of different. Again, it's not numbered. It wasn't limited edition or anything like that. It was a collector's item, but it was sold in the Warner Brothers store. But again, very weighty, but a great pose. If you look at the S there and the belt, again, classic Superman, sort of Chris Reeve era, if you like. Generic face of sort of chiseled jaw comic book, if you like. I'll just bring you in smoothly if I can, just so you can see the face there. So it's just sort of a generic sort of chiseled jaw sort of pose there. But yeah, it's a nice item. Very nice. You can see that it's very well painted as well. Some of these cold cast porcelain sort of statues are not very well painted around the S and things like that, but they've actually done a cracking job on this one. So I'm quite impressed with it. So this was the reason I took a punt on it. Not many about anymore. Let's turn him to one side so you can see him a bit better. The ones I've found are eBay. I got this from eBay. They're all in the United States, so you're going to pay sort of 80 plus on postage. The one I found today was about 180 quid, and I paid about 65 for this. So it's making money. It's going up. It is climbing in value. Again, this is all lovely porcelain, cold cast porcelain. And we look on the back there, you've got the S, which, as I've said before, has to be there in my book for it to be the best in my book. I mean, there are other adaptations, things that I bought without the S, but for me, it deserves to be there. So it's a kind of sort of fighting, sort of running pose, I suppose. But I just thought it was a little different because there's loads of sort of arms folded, muscles flexed, hands on hips, that sort of thing. And this was something a little bit different. So I was kind of pleased with that. And it goes well with the other statue because from what I understand, because this is about 13 inches tall, so from what I understand, this was not done as a pair with the other one, but they were released 1 or 2 years after each other. And that was it. So it was kind of, let's do two porcelain statues. And the base is very much the same. So they're in the same vein. Again, different colours, different poses. And I think they're a great pair to have. And although they're not the same, because of the base and the way that's constructed and continued in the same vein. I kind of think you should collect one and the other, and not one and not the other, because they kind of go together, and they sit side by side in my cabinet, and I think that's kind of nice. So I'm quite pleased with that. So I thought I'd share it with you. So that's just another different kind of item that you can get. Actually, like the sort of 6-pack or 4-pack that you've got on there, and the muscles and the way it's constructed. But it's really nice. Very, very heavy. But it's a great pose. It looks great from the side there. So that's that figure. Just a couple of other things to tell you. I was at Comic-Con in Birmingham last weekend, and I met Tyler Hoechlin from Superman and Lois and got him to sign a picture for me. Bitsy Tulloch, who played Lois Lane, was supposed to be there but was cancelled, but she will be at the Liverpool one if you'd like to meet her it's in the middle of November in Liverpool. So I'm going to go to that. So I made sure I picked a picture that both Bitsy and Tyler could sign. Had a great time there. Lovely guy, very down to earth. I told him how much I enjoyed the series and how the end episode of that series was one of the greatest endings of any TV series I've ever seen, and it had me in absolute bits. And he was very pleased with that and said he would take that back to the people who are involved in the show and sort of pass on the fact that I thought it was amazing. Just one more shout out, and 2 guys came up to me at the Comic-Con. I didn't catch their names. I really should have done. I apologise. And basically walked up to me and said, "You're Andy, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And they said, "We love your channel. We subscribe to your channel. It's brilliant. We love your videos. So informative. We've bought stuff on the strength of your advice and everything." And that, to be honest, means an awful lot to me. As I say, I'm no professional at this. I like to think I'm getting better. But the guys, they stood and spoke to me about for about half an hour about the new movie, Chris Reeve, meeting the stars, collecting stuff, my room. They were great. They were fantastic, very, very friendly, very complimentary of what I'm doing and the collection that I have. And that means a great deal to me. And I love the fact that people are enjoying it, across the world. Because, I mean, a lot of my subscribers are in America, which that astounds me. I don't quite get that. But it's far-reaching. So, as I say, baby steps, but it meant a lot that these guys come up and spoke to me. So I'm sorry I didn't get your names, but I would like to say thanks very much for coming over, and thanks very much for your kind words. And I'm so pleased that you enjoy what I'm doing and the channel. So that being said, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button, subscribe if you will, because that will help the channel grow. And please hit the notification bell, and then you'll be aware of my next uploaded video. I don't know what's coming next, so we'll just have to wait and see. I'll look around the room and pick what I think would be an interest to you all. So in the meantime, obviously the heat wave has ended in the UK temporarily in the summer. So enjoy the rain until it gets warmer again. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.